Hey everybody, it's Cece. Welcome back to I Am Not My Yesterday. Thank you to all of those who have subscribed, liked, and viewed my channel. And if you're new, how about you pause this video right now and you hit that red subscribe button right down there. But I would like to thank you for joining me on this amazing Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I will be coming to you with a little bit of wisdom. Not wisdom that just fell out the sky, but things that I have learned because I have been through them myself. So today, what I want to tell you is that the enemy is you. You are your own enemy. What do I mean by that? You are the only person stopping you from being successful. And in order to be successful, in order to be who you want to be, you have to overcome the enemy that is in you. Yes, there is something inside of you that is stopping you and that is hindering you from becoming everything that you want to be. And tonight is the day. It is the night that you have to make up in your mind that you're going to let it go. You're going to walk away from it and you are going to never return back to that state of mind. And how do I know? Because for a long time, I battled with myself. I felt like I wasn't worthy enough. I felt like I wasn't smart enough. I felt like I wasn't pretty enough. I was my own enemy. I didn't have people every day telling me I wasn't smart. It was the opposite. It was so many people telling me how smart I was. I didn't have people telling me that I wasn't beautiful and that I wasn't worthy. It was me. It was that voice in me that doubted myself. Nobody instilled that into me. Well, not recently. Those are things that I had to go through in my past when I was younger, but I thought I had overcome that, but I didn't. Somewhere deep inside, all of those words still festered. And the older I got and the more I experienced I began to believe all of that. Nobody had to tell me. I was my own enemy. I stopped me from being successful. I stopped me from doing great in school. I stopped me from having what I wanted to have. So what do I have to do? I have to overcome. Now, overcome is defined as conquering a problem and to struggle successfully against a difficulty or overcoming a disadvantage. What's the problem? You're the problem. What's the difficulty? Our mind. Our mind is the problem. Why? Because we have made up in our mind that we're not worth it. We have made up in our mind that we don't have what we need. But one thing I can tell you is everything that you desire, you will have if you start working toward it. See, I would have never started this YouTube channel if I was not able to overcome the fear of worrying about what people had to say about me. Is everybody going to support you? No. But those who are supposed to support you are going to support you. And sometimes the people surrounding you are going to be the very people that speak against you. But guess what? That's okay. Because when you overcome yourself, you're going to be able to overcome everything and anything that anybody can say. So you know what you have to do? You have to make up in your mind that you are no longer going to be your own worst enemy. Because when you can get up in the morning and you can tell yourself, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to write my goals out. I'm going to set a plan and I'm going to achieve it. And the moment that you do that, you begin to overcome that enemy that's in you. No longer will you have that voice telling you, girl, you ain't going to be able to do that. You ain't smart enough. You don't have the money. So guess what? It doesn't matter what you don't have. When you decide that you're going to start that business, everything is going to start falling in place. When you decide that you're going to go back to school, everything is going to start falling in place. When you decide that you want to get that license to do hair, when you decide that you want to get that license to be a barber, when you decide that you want to go back to school, when you decide that you want to be a great parent, you're going to do it. You know why? Because you have what it takes. You just have to stop telling yourself that you don't have it. So long I told myself I was not going to be successful. So long I worried about what people were going to say about me. It doesn't matter, because as long as I don't believe it about myself, it's okay. As long as I believe that I'm going to be great, I'm going to be great. You wouldn't have told me 10 years ago that I would be confident enough to sit in front of this camera, record a video, post it online for millions of people to see. Why? Because I didn't believe I could speak articulately enough. I didn't believe that, like I said earlier, I was pretty enough. So why would I do it? What did I change? I got tired. I got tired of not having what I wanted to have. See, when you overcome yourself, the promotion is going to be on the other side of that. The promotion is on the other side of fear. Prosperity is on the other side of fear. Greatness is on the other side of fear. So now it's time for you to cross over. It's time for you to stop being afraid. It's time for you to stop doubting yourself. It is time for you to go after everything that you want. Nobody is there to stop you. There is nobody shackling you. There is nobody hindering you. You can do whatever you put your mind to. You just have to do it. Let me tell you this. I purchased my house on April 6th of last year. And for a year, I stayed with my best friend, and I thank her so much for allowing me to stay with her. And I think I paid her maybe $300 a month in rent, but I had to get in that position because I didn't feel like I was good enough to buy a house. I didn't feel like I was going to be able to handle it, or I wasn't going to be able to do it. It was all these people out here like, girl, you need to go buy you a house. You make enough money. It wasn't them that stopped me from buying a house. It was me that stopped me from buying a house. I had to make up in my mind that I wasn't going to be afraid. I was afraid of being rejected by the loan company. I was afraid of not finding the perfect house. I was afraid of not being able to pay my bills. But operating in fear didn't get me anywhere. So I made up in my mind that I was tired of staying in this little bitty room because I got a lot of stuff. Ain't no way that I was going to be comfortable being in that little room. I had to make up my mind that I was no longer going to be afraid. I had to overcome myself, and I had to overcome my fears. I had to quit spending money. These pretty little nails wasn't getting done. This hair wasn't getting done. I wasn't wearing lashes. I was wearing my natural hair. Nothing wrong with being natural, but I had made up in my mind, okay, see, I'm going to save this money. I'm going to get my credit together, and I'm going to walk this thing out. If I didn't, I would probably still be staying in my best friend's house, paying her money, and she probably would have been like, I can't wait till this girl get out so I can have my extra room. But I overcame my fear. I had to realize that the only person holding me back was me. My first books that I wrote, I was fearless. I had book releases, everything. Nothing held me back. But what stopped me the next time? Myself. I was my own enemy. You didn't even sell that many books the first time. Why are you gonna write another book? It wasn't nobody else but me telling me that. I had to let that mindset go, and I had to realize what's for me is for me, and I gotta put the work in it. So what I'm telling you is that you have to overcome the enemy that is in you. Overcome it. It's not worth it. You're not going to be successful being afraid. You're not going to be successful being your own enemy. You got enough people fighting against you. Why would you fight against yourself? Overcome it. Overcome that mindset that you can't have anything, that you can't be great. Overcome the fear of not going out there and doing what you need to do. Why not? What's the problem? What are you waiting for? What's hindering you? The money is there. The school is there. The support is there. Don't let you stop you another day. So after today, I want you to make up in your mind that, you know what? I'm not going to stop myself anymore. I'm not going to hinder myself. I'm going to get up. I'm going to put a smile on my face. I'm going to write out everything that I need to do. I'm going to set my goals, and I'm going to stop being my own enemy. Because really, the only thing stopping you is you. So are you willing not to have everything that you want because you're afraid? Is that the sacrifice that you want to make? Or are you willing to sacrifice the time and the effort that it takes to be successful? Overcome you, sweetheart. The enemy is you. It's not your next door neighbor. It's not your mother. It's not your past. It's not anything else. The enemy is you. You got to get over it. You got to let it go. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you will no longer stop me. I am free from the enemy that is me. Hey, before you go anywhere, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you share this with your friends, your family. It's going to be a lit channel, y'all. I'm ready to be transparent. I'm ready to be clear. I'm ready to walk out of my yesterday. And remember, you are not your yesterday. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that little bell down there.